Good news, everybody. Matthew here. We've got another episode of Gran Turismo 6. One of my favorite games. One of my new favorite games of all time. I've always loved the Gran Turismo series, like I said. Alright, I just downloaded an update. So, new custom rear wings. Oh, great. Let's race out all of our cars. Can't tell. I get really... So many people put these stupid wings, and you can somewhat see it there on the back of their cars. They think it's cool. Their car is never going to go fast enough to need a wing. Honestly. Unless you have a really fast car, you don't need a rear spoiler. GPS visualizer isn't updated. Okay. So. Oh, login bonus. Event clearance rewards are now 100%. 110% of the usual amount. By logging in to up to 5 days in a row, you can increase this. Ooh. I might have to do but I don't know. I'm only playing this like once a week, really. Because I'm too busy to do anything else. So. Dealerships? New car? Oh. Stingray, Gran Turismo. Oh, the new Stingray. Cool. It is a cool looking car, though. It's kind of cool that they say, hey, new cars, and you get new cars all the time. Ooh, at 350. 4 GT, okay. Which is kind of cool. Those cars are small, too. The new 4 GTs, are, of course, larger than the old GT40s, but, I mean, really, I remember one time, I worked at a Ford dealership, so one of the funny things was we had a Ford GT come in, and there were, like, 4 people allowed to drive the thing in this dealership. The owner, the guy who was kind of in charge of the dealership, the service manager, and me. No, just kidding, not me. The used car dealer, or guy who ran the used car deal. What's this new Toyota? I don't see anything yet. But yeah, anyways, but that thing was sweet looking. I can't remember how long we had it before we sold it, but we definitely sold it. Some of the stories I could tell you about with cars. I remember when I was working there, we had a Saline Mustang. And this was the high-end Saline Mustang. This wasn't the entry model, which even the entry model is expensive, you know. Well, let's see what this new BMW is, too. Okay, that's cool. But anyways, this 21-year-old kid, and granted, I'm about 25 at this time. Daddy buys him a Saline Mustang, a $70,000-$80,000 car, and his dad buys it for him. Yeah, I can say I'm a little jealous about that. That's definitely something to be a little jealous about. It's kind of ridiculous that you buy it and then don't know what the deal was, but we had to live when we worked on it. It kept throwing supercharger belts. I mean, the thing was in less than a month, and we sold it. We're like, man, he trashed his car already. Well, it turns out it was an actual problem with the car. Like, Saline knew there was a problem with the supercharger, throwing the belts for it, so they had to issue a new whole. I can't remember. Anyways, so I'm a service porter, and my job is to take when people bring in their cars. I'm basically a gopher. I drive people. I was a taxi service sort of too, a gopher and a taxi service all rolled into one, and a janitor, all sorts of stuff. But it was our job to deliver cars. Some customers, ones that were wanted us to take care of a little bit more, especially someone like this Saline Mustang. We were supposed to deliver his car to him. So we drove it across. It was tasked with me and one other guy to go. He followed behind me in the minivan. I drove the thing because my boss didn't trust him not to drive it. Because A, I knew how to drive a stick. He did not so well know how to drive a stick. And we went across the street, got gas, and I put the car in park. Well, I say park, but I'm just running in to get gas. So what I do is I just push in my clutch, pop it into first gear, let off the clutch, because it's a flat area of land. That car's not going anywhere. And I left it in first as a form of parking brake. You're really not supposed to do that, but people do it all the time if you drive sticks. I'm sure there's people that do this all the time. Anyway, so we got a couple guys come up to us, and they are... so we're going to do this. They want to see the engine. The other guy jumps in. I'm like, well, wait a second, man. You're not even supposed to get in the car. And he goes to start it up because they want to hear the car. And he goes to rev it. And the car starts lurching going forward because he did not realize it was in first gear. So he's kind of freaking out. And he's like, you know, I don't know what to do. But anyways, it was kind of a funny story. So this race... But it was fun. I mean, it was kind of cool. I mean, the guys were really excited. I mean, once that happened, I was like, dude, it's in first. People do that. You need to realize that. You know, because he tried something like, no, you get in a car. You have to check these things when you drive a stick. You can't just assume. But anyway, so then we get on the expressway, and I kind of want to push this thing a little bit. You know, I'm driving a Saline Mustang with a supercharger on it. Thing is fast, let me tell you. I wasn't even really paying attention. I wasn't gunning it. I wasn't full throttle. I gave it a bit of juice, though, you know. I definitely mashed it pretty decent. I would say about halfway to 3/4 the way the pedal down. By the time I had gotten on the... expressway. Oh, I was hitting 110 miles an hour, which is ridiculous. I did not think I was going to be going that fast, that quick. You know, I need to start paying attention to my driving instead of my storytelling here. But yeah, it was cool. That I mean, it just shows you how much power this car had. And it was ridiculous that I was able to go so fast in that car and barely do anything. Oh. On the grass, not on the grass, nope. Okay, my car is kind of crappy, but there's other older, crappier cars that are stock, even though this one's not really stock, but we'll see here. Ooh, I hate doing that. I hate doing that. It's cheap. It's cheap. I don't like hitting other cars. I need to pay more attention to what I'm doing. I'm not paying attention. Now, I'm trying to talk more and concentrate more on that. I'm hoping the game is having some sound here. I'm not entirely sure. My sound is turned way down on my TV, so that way I don't get the feedback from the mic. Oh! Yeah, see, I hate doing that. But sometimes you can't help a little nudge. I don't mind a little nudge every once in a while, because sometimes these cars, they will hold to their line like you wouldn't believe. You know, they're pretty bad about that. And they will nudge you around like crazy and just keep in their line. And it's like, if you were a professional driver, you would not do what you do. You would back off. Because you don't want to, in the sand, not good. No! I've been passed! Oh, and it's so close to the end, too. No, I'm going to get second place. One mistake was all it took. Oh, that's disappointing. Now, my question is, do I want to retry or not? Well, what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to get money for this race anyway, so yeah, 3,400 credits. Well, let's do the next race. I'm not going to retry it. We'll do the next race in the Cup. I want to try and win the Cup today. If I've got extra time, I don't want to make these episodes longer than 30 minutes, and I think I'm already going on 15 now. It takes about 5 minutes a race, I would say, so As long as I do these two, and they're not real long races, I will be able to handle doing, I don't know, some of these other cars look a little faster. We're going to see what we can do here, because otherwise I'm going to try and buy another car on this. This might be a really poor episode, but you'll see me lose if I'm losing, like I did earlier, because I'm not paying attention. Duh. Yeah, let's see here. And I know I said before I'm a D-pad player. D-pad is really unsensitive for small driving. It really is. I think I'm being a little bit more aggressive because I know that I'm not paying as much attention and I need to make up for it with cheap moves at this moment in time. Because there we are. Oh, cheap bastard. That turn has always been hard in this game, no matter which version of the game you've played. It's a very deceitful turn. It's like you start turning and you hold a radius and then you have to change your radius mid-turn. It's a really hard turn. It really is. It doesn't seem like it is. And plus you're winding in that you're changing, there's so many curves before it, so your line is, God, look at that bastard. Trying to nudge me out. Whoa! Oh, crap. I took that corner too fast. Right? I think I'm going to get second place again. Oh, I might not do that good on this one. Yeah, these other cars are a little bit more powerful than this little, I think it's a Honda Fit or something like that. And it's funny that there's a Mazda in this lineup. I mean, a lot of people say the Miata's a chick car. And it kind of is. But they actually are really well handling cars. They're actually like really well built race cars, so to speak. They're very nimble. They can be very quick. You put a little bit of power behind them. They're crazy as drift cars because they're a little rear wheel drive. Yeah, I'm gonna get third place in this one. I am not gonna do good. I need to pay a little bit more attention. My problem is it's only 2 laps. If it was 3 laps, I'd be a little happier. Ooh, third. Fraction of a second. Fraction of a second. Oh my lord. It's like, that was pretty pathetic. I mean, 305.527, 305.583. Yeah, and I'm driving a Fit against Lexus LS300, essentially. I mean, look at this stupid thing. That is one thing I do not like, that they've pretty much forced you to buy the Fit right off the bat. So that meant they give you 30 grand, but you're stuck buying one car that's crappy. But anyways, I think I'm not going to try. I don't think I'm going to be able to redo all this race, really. I'm going to do this next one and then call it done. Maybe do a few things, see if we got enough money to buy another car. And we'll try this again. Which would be kind of fun. And Because it's not fun when you're not driving a car you don't like. Might buy a little Toyota Corolla GTS, you know, E86 as they call it in the drifting world. Silvia would be cool too, though. Oh, Fairlady Z280. I would buy a 1972 40 Datsun Z and think I would do that. That would be fun, but I need the money to do it, which I don't know. I mean, I understand cars enough to how to. I mean, hell, I'm the guy who took apart his '98 Dodge Neon to replace the motor. Threw a piston rod in it because I was an idiot racing it. Oh, never said I was always smart about stuff. Came to cars, and when I was young, I was an idiot. A big, huge, friggin' idiot, too. I think that little instance, I hadn't checked the oil cap or something, and I think I had checked the oil and I forgot to put the cap. Stupid. And then I oil starved the motor and caused a problem. I think it caused a rod knock or something. So there was definitely a problem. Yeah, see that Datsun, that's what I want. I like this course. That's a little blinding. Oh, fuck. No. Oops, I almost dropped an F-bomb. I came pretty close there. Yeah, this car isn't fast enough. It doesn't have the acceleration that I need. I'm only gaining acceleration because I am dragged. I'm in fourth. I need to get in third before I cross the finish line for this lap. Yeah, see, I am like taking these turns horribly. Really bad. And I know I'm taking them bad because I'm trying to just power through them, and I can't do that. I'm not supposed to be doing that. I'm supposed to be following the curve of the smell of rubber in the morning. That was the one thing that was always kind of cool about SCCA events. You got up early in the morning. Like, we would get up at like 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh, that is why I hate using the, whatchamacallit thingies. Because it's really hard to get a tight turn radius with them when you're doing this. With the when you're not using the directional pad. Because, I mean, that's how I grew up. I mean, I grew up on Nintendo. I didn't really play Sega, but I knew people who did. But I didn't have a Sega. I really didn't care to have a Sega. It's fine. And Super Nintendo, and then the regular PlayStation. And then they came out with the DualShock, and that thing was kind of cool, you know? But I never really used the joysticks, and I don't like using them. Oh, there we go. First place. So, it looks like I'm going to get first place in one of these races, and I only have to do 2 of them over. But after this, we're going to check and see if we can get a new car. If I got enough money for it. Oh, I did win. Awesome. Whoop, whoop. I won. Oh, that Silvia is... Wow, that thing was slow. Oh, it's an S13 and an S14. That's kind of why, but still. But I don't think I won the cup. I don't think I had enough stars to win the cup. But I got 20 grand. So either A, I fix up this car and add some money into it, which is pointless to me, or I can do a couple more races in another car. So yeah, I got two stars in both of these. So silver and bronze. Oh. Coffee break challenges are now available. I can only mean mini games with a twist. Take a break from the serious business. I am so close to the amateur cup. We'll get to that next time. The cars. Ferraris. Europa Lotus. Oh my god, an SS Chevette. Or El Camino, I'm sorry. Oh, that's kind of cool though. Yeah, no, we're gonna go actually look at cars that I could probably afford right now. Oh, dealerships. That's what I'm looking for, isn't it? I am not. Ooh. Let's see here. Let's see. Ooh. Oh. 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 I am so short. Because that'd be a nice, quick little car. The SRT 4 Neon. Those things were deceptively quick. They were faster than a Subaru WRX. Not the STI, but the WRX. They were faster than. They were. I mean, they said they were supposed to make 225 horsepower at the flywheel, which is how they test all that stuff. And then they went and when the car came out, everyone started testing it, and they're like, they put it on a dyno, and cars lose about 25% of their power. So if your car makes 100 horsepower, you put it on a dyno, it loses and it makes 75 horsepower at the wheels. The thing was putting down 225 to 235 horsepower at the wheels, meaning the car was making a lot more horsepower than what they said it was making. So it was kind of cool that happened. And it's like, ooh, cool. And the reason for it was they have a habit of bogging down. Dodge likes to bog down the motors and make them. They will make a habit of bogging down cars to the most that they can, making it incredible conditions for things. And Prince. Ooh, MR2. This is cool though. Those 2000 GTs. Because that's my price range. See, I like these. These are the new AE86s. And, I'm going to get a. Oh, what was? Oh, Supra. Okay, I'm looking at it. I'm like, I don't know what that thing is. Crazy now. Yeah, these are the super cars. Ooh, see, this is cool, but it is just that's something you kind of buy when you have the money. Supra would be cool, but that's more out of my price range. It looks like I'm gonna afford everything from well, or that. Well, I could get that. This is an MR2 Spider. Those are actually kind of cool, too. Cool cars. But... I don't think I'm gonna get a Sylvia. So, oh, that's the 11, and this is the Tureno. Okay, it's the front end that's different on them. I'm gonna go ahead and buy the E86. That'll be a cool car to use. Let's see here. Colors. It's probably only red and white, and I like white. I really do. I'm gonna buy this car. But yeah, they're very small, little rear-wheel drive cars, and I like rear-wheel drive cars. A buddy of mine had one of these that he had turned into a drift car. It was cool. Do I want to use this car? Yes, I want to use this car. And that was a cool car. I mean, it really was. And he made it into really a race car. It was kind of beat up. It really was. I mean, it was a drift car, and it was meant to be drifted completely. Oh, what are some of the aero parts? I don't think aero kits. Hell, no replacement parts. Flat floors, rear wing. Oh, you gotta be friggin' kidding me. What? They charge you money for that? That is so stupid looking. Really? I don't know who would put these types of wings. I've never seen one of these with it. Custom rear wing. Oh. So you can do something like... do a low profile one. It's just too high profile for me. Oh, so I want to go small, maybe something like... yeah, that's wheels are always cool, but that's a little thing. Let's actually put some parts on this. We'll go with some power parts. Stage 1 engine. Whoa. Oh. Actually, that's pretty good. 9 horsepower. What's the most? That is 5 horsepower. That's 9 horsepower for 1,500. That's good. Nitrous. Oh, that's cool. But not gonna. If I'm gonna put on a race, it's gonna be that one. But let's put on the Cadillac converter. Let's see here. If I'm going to do one, I'm going to go with a triple plate. Yeah, I want to put an limited slip in that eventually. That will make the car so much better. But okay, so I drove 3 races today, lost the first 2, second and third place respectively. Came in first in the last one. It was a little bit more aggressive though. I was a little bit more nudgy, Dale Earnhardt-ish with my driving, yeah, so that's what we got going on. So, and then, like I said, I won the third one, but, and then bought a new car, put on a couple of new parts for it. Probably should have saved the money from the previous car, didn't put any parts on that one. Actually, can you sell cars? Let's find out. Because if I can sell cars, I'm selling that friggin' Honda. That thing is stupid. Can't sell it. Sale price. Yes. Thing is stupid. Dumbest things. Anyway, so yeah, we just sold the Honda too. But anyways, yeah, so we got our Sprinter Torino GT Apex AE86 1983 edition, which is cool. It is a cool little car. They really are. They're really neat little cars, especially with rear-wheel drive. But I'm going to call this episode done, though. And hopefully next week when I do the next series, we will... Ooh, excuse me. We will win the next 2 races and have some more money to do it. That's what it really is. I mean, I think I might do some more racing on that first circuit, I think is what I'm going to do off camera. So that way I can build up a little bit of money and then put a little bit of money into this car because it needs it. It really does. It needs a little bit of... but yeah, it needs that. But until next time, I'll see you guys. Again, if you like me, give me a thumbs up. Leave me comments. I love to hear from everybody. So, see you next time. You can find me online on YouTube at youtube.com/user/MatthewMewP, on Twitter at twitter.com/MatthewMew, and on Facebook at facebook.com/MatthewMew.